First, I want to start this video out by saying I was wrong. You see, throughout all of my hard research, I've realized that Plants vs. Zombies 2 is not what I thought it was. Back in April 2021, I had made a video of a review of the PvZ franchise, and in said video, I had talked harshly about PvZ 2, saying it was pay to win, and that if you didn't spend money on it, you wouldn't be successful in beating any levels. My past thesis has been slightly supported, and with some sites stating that if you choose to play free to play, you have a bit of a hard time playing some levels, but otherwise a good user experience. I want to make this video talking about Plants vs. Zombies 2's major success and how it's still one of the biggest mobile games. And yes, I know you can play it on PC. However, for the sake of this video and my research, I will be using sources that use data from the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and third-party sources such as BlueStacks. And with all of that being said, let's head into Chapter 1, the release. You'd think that a simple tower defense game about plants and zombies wouldn't turn out to become one of the biggest games of all time, right? Well, think again, because with the first game being a massive hit, Plants vs. Zombies 2 had big shoes to fill, considering only 2 years after the first ever Plants vs. Zombies released, EA, a massive video game company, had bought PopCap, the creators of Plants vs. Zombies, for a whopping $750 million US. Now that's a lot of bread. Now that EA had the rights to Plants vs. Zombies, they started working on a second game, and behold, roughly 2 years later, on July 9th, 2013, the second game of the franchise was released. Plants vs. Zombies 2, It's About Time. To say this game's release was bigger than the original game's release would be a criminally low understatement. EA had stated that PvZ 2's launch was the biggest game launch in the company's 29 years of game services at the time. It reached 15 million downloads in under 2 weeks. To put this into perspective, Plants vs. Zombies was deemed the highest paid game in PopCap history with only 500,000 downloads. Now comparing this to PvZ 2, you could see why this was massive. Now that you know how PvZ was brought into popularity, let's talk about why it was such a big success. So for my main reason on why Plants vs. Zombies 2 was so successful is as simple as EA made the game free. Yeah, that's it. Surprisingly, a free game can make things skyrocket. Okay, now take Fortnite Battle Royale for an example. Epic Games were originally going to make the Battle Royale version cost money. However, they took inspiration from League of Legends, a game that is free but offers in-game purchases like currencies, and made their game free, exactly what PvZ 2 does. Once the game comes out free, more players will be able to play it, considering everyone can download that game and play it without the need to spend anything but their time. My second reason is keeping most features the same and mostly just adding on to them. Besides the fact that some OG plants are locked behind a paywall, EA did a very good job of keeping a lot of things the same. They made the levels the same, layouts, kept almost all the old plants from the old game. They also made a lot of the plants unlockable by playing in the game. Instead of you not being able to see the levels you were on in the first game, you could now choose whatever level you wanted to play from the map. My third reason is the new features. They are amazing. The worlds are a staple part of this game because that is how you unlock all of the free-to-play characters. You start in ancient Egypt and make your way all the way to modern day, the hardest world. Personally, I think this feature just changes the pace of the game completely. Instead of the game basically putting you on the path they want the game to go, you can choose how you want to play. Do you want to go to Pirate Seas? Okay. Do you want to go to Big Wave Beach? Yeah, you could do that too. I also love the events they do. Daily challenges, which I think keep people coming back every day, and certain level events, where you can test a character that costs money, and you can also upgrade your plants. Yeah, by the way, I actually didn't know this until literally 3 hours before recording this. Oops. These just make Plants vs. Zombies 2 more open. You can do more, go back to older levels, etc. As the first game, you could grow a garden for coins and play. That was about it. Yeah, looking back on it, I have no idea why Plants vs. Zombies 1 was such a huge hit when you had other games like Doom or Call of Duty and other games that allowed you to do so much more, but it took off regardless. Especially nowadays, you'd expect PvZ 2 to be dead, right? You'd think the game has died off in players and revenue. However, according to app.sensortower.com, Plants vs. Zombies 2 has been downloaded 800,000 times and earned a revenue of $600,000 in just February of 2022. Holy shit, that is crazy. I'm going off script for this section. That is just crazy. Like, some games don't even make that in a year after being released that long ago. That is insane, especially because the game is a free-to-play game. You don't even have to buy anything in it, and it's made 600 grand in just February of 2022. Incredible. My fourth reason is YouTube. Ever since PvZ2 was announced, YouTube has gone crazy. From clickbait all the way to PvZ2 challenges, YouTube made this game blow up to a massive proportion. In fact, the reason I found out about this game was through YouTube. A lot of YouTubers who were big at the time just started a series on the game, and they gained lots of traction, as well as viewers wanting to try the game out. As more PvZ2 updates were released, more content was churned out, and more players were downloading the game and buying characters, which resulted in massive revenue spikes. My fifth reason is third-party access. BlueStacks is a wonderful thing, especially for PvZ2's case. Players on PC have the opportunity to play right in their homes on a big screen with a mouse instead of tapping on the screen. The majority of PvZ YouTubers also play on PC because it's just easier and better for video quality. They can use mods, which is also my sixth reason. Mods have the power to change the game up completely, like literally. There are mods that just balance the game and make it easier. There are mods that change characters. There are mods that add new levels. Mods are a crazy thing, and especially for a tower defense game. Like, some of the shit is crazy. I promise if you look up PvZ2 mods, you'll see some cool stuff there. My seventh reason is that EA is actually still updating the game every once in a while. I couldn't believe my eyes when I read this, but they actually are. A lot of their games are trash bin stale titles because they don't get updated anymore. Again, I'm gonna go back to the fact that it's a tower defense game, and it has more traction than games that also get updated. Apparently, there are more players playing PvZ2 right now than Fall Guys, Splitgate, and Battlefield 2042. There are a lot more games, but there are too many to put here. Those games I listed are fairly new games that have less players than PvZ2, which is literally a click and drag game. And my last reason is the replayability. I think replayability is a big part of video games. PvZ2 is a tower defense game, not much replayability, right? Well, I think otherwise. As I said before, you're able to choose what worlds to choose next, what plants you want to buy if you want to at all, what characters to upgrade, challenges, all that stuff, including the mods. I think you can understand what I'm trying to say now. This game somehow has so much replayability, even other games don't reach this high of a level as PvZ2 does. It's just crazy to me. I see quite a bit of challenge videos on PvZ2 and mods. People are always going to be making mods and finding new challenges to do. Let's take 660's Can You Beat Plants vs. Zombies 2 with only 2 seed slots challenge for a video for an example. In the video, he demonstrates that not only do you win a lot of levels with only 2 seed slots, you can get all the way to modern day just with 2 seed slots. I always thought that PvZ2 was 100% pay to win and super hard if you didn't buy anything, but throughout the entire video, not only does he put himself in a terrible disadvantage, he doesn't use one premium feature the entire video. Well done, 660, and I suggest you go and watch the video. Link in description. With all of these successes being said, I want to touch upon some things I haven't said already. EA has grown massively since the release of PvZ2. Seriously, everything they put the franchise name on, people will buy. They switched from tower defense games to third-person shooters. I told you that anything they put with PvZ's name on it, people will buy. No. But in all reality, the shooters are great. But that's not the point. The point is that EA has such a big reputation now for PvZ that in reality, we're all waiting patiently for the third game to release. It already had before, but they are fixing it now, which is a very good sign. Like, what is this ick? I hope that when they do release PvZ3, they keep updating PvZ2 because this game really is something special. It started a new path for the PvZ brand and EA's entire company. It was unlike anything else at the time. You'd see games that were all alike and then just PvZ, which for some reason people really liked. I assume they just liked to maybe turn on some music and play, or listen to the amazing soundtrack, of course. Speaking of which, I believe that they really put some amazing work into the soundtrack, since the soundtrack is a bop. The artwork for the zombies is also amazing. Like, some of them just look really either funny or really cool, which is most likely what they were going for. The plants look incredible. These designs look so much better than the first game. The new plants especially, just amazing. Alrighty, I think that's all I really needed to say here. Now, let's head into the ending. Okay, this is going to be the last chapter. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I put so much effort into this video because I really do appreciate all the effort that EA had put into PvZ2 and still do. If I am wrong about some things in this video, don't be afraid to comment. I'm always looking for more feedback. And also, this is really my second ever video of this docu-series type. So yeah, it was very fun to make. Also, sorry for overusing the shit out of PvZ2, EA, and such. I just don't have the greatest way with words. If you guys did enjoy, a like on the video would mean a lot. If you're interested in watching some PvZ content, mainly Garden Warfare 2, consider subscribing. I will probably make another one of these videos in the future, so stay tuned. I also stream on Twitch if you want to stop by and say hello, link in description. I also have a Discord where you can join and talk to the awesome community there, link in description. One more time, thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.